It's time to celebrate the Westside High. It's time to celebrate the Westside High School class of 2026 right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Our live coverage is brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Also brought to you by Caldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. For all your real estate needs, call 509-888-8887. Live well with Caldwell. Also by Together for Youth. Talking to your teen about not using marijuana and alcohol is effective. To get tips on how to have these conversations, visit starttalkingnow.org. And by Apple Valley Honda, passionately driving our community. Apple Valley Honda, for the life you live.
Family and friends, please welcome the Westside High School graduating class of 2026. You guys are the best audience ever. Good evening to all of you, and thank you for being here at this celebration of success. My name is Jennifer Devereaux, and I'm the very proud principal of Westside High School. We are all incredibly proud of each and every one of our students. It's been 4 years full of ups and downs, but tonight we come together to honor and celebrate these amazing students. Buenas noches a todos y gracias por estar aquí para esta celebración de éxito. Mi nombre es Jennifer Devereaux y soy la orgullosa directora de Westside High School. Todos estamos increíblemente orgullosos de todos y cada uno de nuestros estudiantes. Han sido 4 largos años llenos de altibajos, pero esta noche nos reunimos para honrar y celebrar a estos increíbles estudiantes. To kick off our evening, it is my pleasure to introduce an amazing young man to the stage. We have truly enjoyed watching him grow. He has been with us since his freshman year and has become a confident and independent learner who is ready to take on the world. Please rise for the flag salute and welcome Trevor Klein to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job. Thank you so much, Trevor. Tonight we're here to honor incredible graduates, proudly sitting here in their caps and gowns. They are an example of perseverance, resilience, and heart. They are an example of hard work, dedication, and accomplishment. And they are an example of our 3 C's: courage, compassion, and commitment. Each one of them came to us at Westside for different reasons. They all have a story. These lives have taken twists and turns over the years, teaching them many life lessons. And who knows their story best? All of you sitting out here supporting them all of these years, knowing the barriers that they have overcome, and recognizing that by graduating tonight, there is a whole new world of opportunities that will open for them. As the Westside staff, we say to you to go forward in your life, wherever that journey may take you. Know that you have made a difference in all of our lives, and we are all better for it. Tonight we have a few of our students that will share about their journeys and what Westside has done for them. To speak about how Westside made a difference in his life, please welcome our first student speaker, TJ Ponce. Big breath, nice and slow.
Last year, I was introduced to Westside in my senior year. I remember having low expectations. This school can't save me, I thought to myself, but here I stand before you all, a graduate. I didn't do this alone. The staff were here for every step I took. The class I had them in taught me more than just math, English, math, and science. English taught me to look to my past and build in the present to make a better tomorrow. Science taught me to embrace everything and everyone with an open mind, as they're always different. Math taught me that every problem can be solved by changing the smallest variable. As I move on from here, there is one thing I know. This school has saved me. Thank you.
TJ, you've come such a long way, and it has been such a joy to have you at Westside. Thank you for sharing your journey tonight. Let's hear from another Westside student who will share about sweet memories and hope for what is to come. Please welcome Gwen Costello.
Good evening, friends and family, and faculty, and my fellow classmates. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Gwen Costello, and I am beyond honored today to be here to be giving this speech. There's so much I want to say, but first I want to thank Ms. Sheena Zachary for constantly pushing me to persevere through all the academic struggles I faced, and for being the faculty member I could go to when I needed help or support with anything. Another faculty member I would like to thank is Mr. Mike Hartley for always believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. Even though we've had our bumps and issues in the road, I had finally made it to this moment thanks to him. We've all had our hardships, family struggles, school issues, and even through all of that, we were able to finish out our final year strong. Less than a month ago, I had 2 credits to get done before the deadline, and in my mind, I thought to myself, this wasn't possible, but I had a few friends to help me along the way. And I would like to thank Brooke Jen, Brooklyn Bowden, Joseph Higgins, Derek Gage, and many other people for always supporting me and lending a helping hand to me when I need it. These people I've just mentioned are the people who I'd consider the definition of a true friend. It feels so nostalgic to be able to share this year with my fellow classmates, and I will truly miss the fun times we've had together. I am so lucky to have been a student here at Westside, and I am so fortunate to have shared these countless memories and experiences with you all. I remember a specific experience that really stuck with me, and that was when I had taken a field trip with my fellow peers in an art class to the Seattle Art Museum. You may be asking yourself, why should one single art field trip mean so much to someone? Well, let me tell you why. It has always been a part of me, especially with my dad growing up with that, and going to the art museum just reminded me of how much art there is around us, and sometimes we don't even notice the slightest things like that. And when I was struggling with my credits, I felt lost, but then I was given a chance to express myself through my art, to get credit through that, and that is what helped me graduate. And one day, all these new students coming to class, they will get our new ID numbers, our school computers, and just thinking about that just makes me think about my younger brother who's going to be in my same position in 2 years or sooner. And this school has just been one of the best things that has ever happened to me, because it was the shining light in my life when I had dropped out of my previous school. For my fellow classmates, I am so proud of all of you guys. I'm so proud of all of you guys because we are all standing here in unison graduating together. And I am beyond grateful for everything I've experienced here. And to my family members, could I ask you guys to just stand real quick up? Just stand up real quick, please. I wanted to thank every single one of you for the things that you all have done for me. The only reason that I am on this stage today is because of these people standing right here. And especially my mother. She's the light of my life, countlessly picking me up out of the sadness I once had. And she's loved me for who I am, and I could go on and on and on about how much I love my mom, but I couldn't, just to keep it short and sweet, thank you, Mom, for everything you've done for me, and I couldn't ask for a better mother. And they also say family is the most important thing, and it is true, because my family has broken apart before, and throughout that difficult time, we were all able to come back together after all these years. Having your guys' support constantly is what helped me become the person I am today. And to my classmates and the students that graduate next, always remember you can lean on your family or friends, because going to people is always better than bottling everything up. I have been there before myself, and I don't think I'd make it out, but I did. I did because I ran to the people I needed, and you can as well. I know I might sound like a know-it-all, but I'm just up here, stating my experiences. And I just feel so proud and happy of all these people just sitting right by my side, and just right there. And I remember first coming here to Westside, it just feels like it was yesterday, but in reality it was about 2.5 years ago. And we've all grown and learned and experienced so many similar and different things together as a group. But what the hardest thing is that's hitting me really hard right now is that we all are eventually going to go separate and go our own different ways in life, and I will always miss you guys, and this will always be a great fond memory I've had. And I will always miss being in art class and messing around with my friends, drawing funny pictures on the whiteboard, just all sorts of things like that. And I will especially miss this one certain class I had taken, which was rock climbing, and it was a class that just let me be myself, like how I feel like I'm being myself today. And I truly look forward to seeing what the future has in store for me and my classmates. I just know that there's always going to be that light shining at the end of the dark tunnel, so it will eventually pass. I can assure you guys that. Class of 2026, I hope you guys are ready for what the future holds, and I am so grateful to be graduating with these wonderful classmates. Thank you, my fellow students. To finally conclude to what I've said is thank you, everyone, for having me here speak today, and I'm just beyond grateful for my time at Westside. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Gwen, for sharing. You are going to do some great things in life, and we are very, very proud of you. We are very blessed to have all kinds of talent at Westside High School. Tonight, Hannah Wright will sing and be accompanied by Robbie Kubatek on guitar. Here they are with Unwritten.
My mind, I'm undefined. I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Live your life with words unspoken. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. I am unwritten, pens in my hand, ending unplanned. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Standing at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Live your life with words unspoken. Today is where your book begins, feel the
Unwritten indeed. There is so much life left out there for you guys. Coming up next to speak to us is one of the most amazing individuals that I have met, and the perseverance with this student is incredible. She's going to share her story with us tonight. Please welcome Julia Wilson.
Good evening, fellow graduates, Westside guests, and proud family. First of all, I think we all deserve a quick round of applause just for making it here. Graduating high school is definitely not how I pictured it when I was a middle schooler. I still don't know everything. Yes, sometimes I Google basic information or I get stumped when someone mentions taxes, but tonight is not about having it all figured out. It's definitely about growth, and the truth is, growth does not always happen in a straight line. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't ashamed of standing here at 20 years old. I was meant to graduate in 2024, but things didn't really go as planned. I've cried many tears of embarrassment, as well as making plenty of room to feel sorry for myself. Some of us took longer to get here than others. Some of us had moments where life distracted us, overwhelmed us, or pulled us away from ourselves for a while. I know because it happened to me. There were seasons where I completely lost motivation and stopped believing in myself. My grades definitely reflected that. But one thing I learned is that the wrong environment, the wrong people, or the wrong relationship can slowly make you forget who you are capable of becoming. When I was in the day program, my grad teacher, Mrs. Ravitz, and I calculated all the days I've skipped school. Altogether, it was almost 2 entire school years. I ended up missing so many days that by the time I was supposed to finish, I needed 17.5 credits to graduate. My mother received countless truancy letters because of my absences, which was really tough on both of us. There were times I would go weeks without going to school, and when I finally showed up, I would receive nicknames like Solar Eclipse or Bigfoot because I was a rare sighting. For the first 3 weeks of high school, or 3 years of high school, I chose to give my attention to several friendships and relationships other than my education. Now that I've let go of those people and changed my life around, I now know that even some of the closest people to you aren't going to be rooting for you or supporting your growth. It's very important to find a trusting support system, especially family. So with that, I'd like to give a huge thank you to my family. I can't even put it entirely into words where I would be without them. In the last year or so, with their support, I've managed to move into my first apartment, and that was definitely one of the first steps to being independent. I've been reminded plenty of times by my family and peers that I shouldn't refer to myself as being behind in life, more than I'm living my life in the order that God intended for me. Everyone's experience is different, and if I can look back and see how powerful and encouraging my high school journey can be, I cannot wait for the next chapters of my life. As we've all had people who've helped us get here, I want to take a moment to recognize someone very special in my life, my mother, who is also reaching a huge milestone. She's graduating college right alongside me. Her dedication and her hard work has been a constant source of motivation. Because you never gave up, I knew that it was possible for me to keep going. So Mom, would you please stand up so we can recognize our incredible achievement together? Being her firstborn daughter means that I've always looked up to her example. The biggest blessing I have ever been given is having the honor to be an older sister. The constant pressure of knowing you have to become the role model is a weight not a lot of people understand. I've made a lot of mistakes in life, and I've been ashamed of the way I've lived. Knowing you're supposed to be a positive influence, and no matter what you do, they'll copy you in some kind of way, has been a blessing and a nightmare all in one. I hope each of my siblings have the high school experience that I've dreamt of. Westside is the only school I've ever went to where I've experienced that dream. Even when I had to re-enroll a second time, they accepted me faster than I thought. I was so ashamed I'd be judged for the way I was, for the way I had to learn, but the loving teachers here accept students like me into their hearts with open arms, with no hesitation. These are exactly the kind of people I want to be like when I grow up. If I learned one thing, it's that life doesn't always go as planned, but it's how we respond that defines us. Today isn't just about my journey, this is about all of us. Each of us have faced our own battles, faced challenges, and grown in ways that aren't always visible. We've supported each other, learned from each other, and now we stand together as the graduating class of 2026. Some of these friendships we built in high school will be lifelong, and some of them won't. But for every friendship, whether it stays with us for a lifetime or just a season, has deeply shaped who we are and made these years truly unforgettable. Tonight is proof that people can change, that people can grow, that people can come back stronger. And even though the future may feel uncertain sometimes, I also think that's what makes it beautiful. None of us fully know where life will take us. Some will go to college, some will start careers, some are still figuring things out, but all of us are standing at the edge of a brand new chapter. And I think that deserves hope. So tonight, celebrate yourself, celebrate your friends, celebrate your families, celebrate the teachers who carried us further than they probably know, because we made it, not perfectly, not smoothly, but together. And honestly, I think we're gonna be just fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. Now let's welcome a talented and beautiful soul to the stage to share her story with us. Please welcome Quetzali Magaña.
Good evening, friends, families, faculty, and of course, the class of 2026. My name is Quetzali Magaña, and it is such an honor to stand here today as we celebrate this huge milestone together. I never thought I would be on this stage giving a speech, but with the glory of God, I'm able to stand here today. Todo se puede con Dios adelante. Looking out at all of you, I see so much hard work and so many different stories. I want to start by saying how proud I am of everything we've achieved. They say high school is just a chapter, but for us, it's been a whole book so far. Today, we finally turned the page. While it's scary to face an unwritten future, I look at the talent and resilience in this room, and I'm not worried. We are just moving on to the next thing. We're moving towards the people we're meant to become. For a long time, I struggled with doubting myself, constantly wondering if I was actually capable of reaching this stage or if I was going to fall short of my goals. It was hard to keep going when I felt overwhelmed, but with all the support and motivation Westside gave me, I earned the strength to achieve this moment. I want to give some appreciation to the people who really saw through me. First off, a huge thank you to Jonathan and Ruben Godina. I know I probably look like I hated you guys every time you annoyed me about coming to school and turning in my work, but honestly, thank you for pushing me to go harder. I don't think I would be on this stage right now if it wasn't for you. To Mr. Mendoza, I may have moved programs, but the impact you had on my time here at Westside didn't change. Thank you for being such a great teacher and for helping me get to where I am today. Chris, thank you for the lessons that didn't come out of a textbook. I'm ready for what's next, and that's because of you. To my brother, Luis Magaña, thank you for being the best role model I could have growing up. I've always looked up to you, and I wouldn't be the person I am today without your example to follow. To my sister, Maura Magaña, thank you for being my best friend and the one person who knows me better than I know myself. Having you in my life is the greatest gift I've ever had, and I'm so lucky to have you as my sister. I hope you guys are proud of your little sister. But overall, my biggest thank you goes out to my parents. I would like to incorporate Spanish into my speech in honor of it being my first language, my roots, and my heritage. A mis padres, quiero dedicarles unas palabras especiales porque hoy no estaría aquí sin ustedes. Como inmigrantes, sé que enfrentaron muchísimos retos que yo no siquiera puedo imaginar. todo para que mis hermanos y yo tuviéramos un futuro mejor en este país. Gracias por trabajar tan duro todos los días y por nunca dejar de creer en mí, incluso cuando yo misma no creía en lo que yo podía lograr. Su amor incondicional ha sido mi fuerza y su apoyo ha sido el regalo más grande de mi vida. Los amo con todo mi corazón y este diploma es un símbolo de su sacrificio y de todo el amor que nos han dado. Gracias por enseñarme que con esfuerzo y humildad todo es posible. As we walk out these doors today, don't just look for the right path, start building one. As the famous poet and writer J. Cole once said, there's always going to be a car better than the one you got. There's always going to be some clothes fresher than the ones you rock. There's always going to be a house with bigger doors, but you'll never be happy till you love yours. And another quote that stayed with me comes from my favorite artist, The Weeknd. Because everything you've been through made you stronger, and everything you learn about yourself. That quote means a lot to me because every challenge, every setback, and every moment I doubted myself helped shape the person standing here today. It reminds me that growth doesn't come from having a perfect journey, it comes from learning from them. It comes from pushing through the hard moments and learning from them. Every obstacle we face as a class has made us stronger, wiser, and more prepared for whatever comes next. This is the only life we get, so don't settle for a mediocre one. Go out, take risks, and don't spend this lifetime comparing yours to others or regretting the moments that formed you. We spent 4 years learning how to be students. Now let's go find out who we are as people. Let's make the world a little louder, a little kinder, and a lot more interesting. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Kitsali. You have inspired us all. All right, family and friends, it is time to honor some Westside students, so buckle your seat belts. We've got a lot of fun stuff coming your way. We have had many students who enrolled in Running Start this year, and we have a student with us who completed their AA degree at Wenatchee Valley College. Please stand to be recognized, Emma Bell. High school in 4 years is a great accomplishment. High school in 3 years is an incredible accomplishment. That's right, we have not 3 or 4, but 11 juniors who are graduating tonight. Please stand and wave. Claudia Avendano, Oscar Garabay, Juan Gerard, Robbie Kabatek, Cece Maldonado, Porter Reinfeld, Marco Rosas, Mason Simon, Bennett Starr, Maya Timmons Rickard, Kevin Vega. The Superintendent's Advisory Council was formed in an effort to give student voice and perspective to the district conversations, decisions, and direction of our schools. We have one graduate tonight who has been on the SAC for the past 3 years. Please stand, Robbie Kabatek. The following students have reached the benchmarks of earning 4 credits in English language arts, met the English requirements for their graduation pathway, and earned 4 credits in a second language to earn the seal of biliteracy on their transcript. These students were given medals earlier this evening. Please stand and be recognized. Maria Anguiano, David Sendejas Garabay, Victoria Estrada Silva, David Garnica, Cece Maldonado, Yoselin Mendez Tapia, Fatima Mora, Cristobal Naranjo, Rodrigo Rosas Rodriguez, and Diana Sanchez Sanchez. Up next are some classroom awards given by our teaching staff to students who have excelled in their classes over the years.
Good evening, everybody. Will Fatima Mora and Dulce Adame please join me on stage? My name is Ruben Godina, and I am the Migrant Graduation Specialist here at Westside High School. This award is given to them for their excellence and achievement while in the migrant/bilingual education program. I've had the privilege of working with Fatima and Dulce during their time at Westside. Both students have consistently shown dedication, an amazing work ethic, and a positive attitude in all they do. Thank you for the moments we shared and being an example for others. Buenas tardes. He tenido el privilegio de trabajar con Fátima y Dulce durante su tiempo en Westside. Estos estudiantes han demostrado un gran trabajo y una actitud positiva en todo lo que hacen. Gracias por los momentos que compartimos y por su ejemplo para otros. Congratulations on this well-deserved award.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lizzie Rodriguez, and I'm the art teacher at Westside. Tonight, I will be presenting the Excellence in Art Award to Yatsiri Sandoval. If you could please come up here. Thank you. Yatsiri has proved time and time again that she can handle any art challenge that's given to her. Not only is she an amazing artist, but she is one of the most respectful, kind, and genuine people that I've had the chance to work with. Over the past few years that I've been her teacher, she has helped with making large murals at her school. She has submitted her work to multiple art competitions, and she's won some awards, and her artwork has raised money for her school's fundraising events. We are so honored to have had you as a Westside student, and we are so excited to see the wonderful places that life takes you.
Good evening. I'm Leah Boggs. I teach English at Westside High School, and it's my pleasure to present the Excellence in English Award to Juliana Reyes. Juliana, come up. This year, as Juliana completed English 11 and 12, I've been continuously impressed by her creativity, her determination, and she's a really great communicator. She sets meaningful goals, and she actively seeks feedback from me and others and then puts the feedback into action. Juliana consistently works harder than most students, both at school and at home, and she achieved the goals that she set for herself. While traditional essays are not her favorite at all, she's able to demonstrate learning in a creative and effective ways to show her knowledge and her understanding. Juliana is articulate, poised, self-directed, and approaching her challenges with persistence and confidence. She has a wonderful sense of humor, and it makes the classroom enjoyable for all of us. Congratulations, Juliana, on this well-deserved recognition. We are all proud of everything you've accomplished, and we're excited to see what comes next.
Good evening. My name is Chris Simrell. I teach history and civics here at Westside. I'm honored to present this 2025-26 History and Civics Award to Owen Russ. Owen, come up here and join me. Some people have a special blend of qualities that make them particularly lovely to be around, and Owen's one of these people. He's easygoing, engaged, curious, deeply intelligent, a pleasure to talk to, and a man with such a sly sense of humor and a disposition to kindness that you can see it in his eyes. The work Owen did in history and civics this year was unmatched. His depth of learning exceeded what we expect of high school students. He takes academics seriously while also tapping into the fun and pleasure of learning new things and expanding his understanding of the world. Owen, you made my classroom a better place every day you walked in. And I'm not the only teacher here who has said that about you. I know you'll continue to bring that wonderful energy everywhere you go, and wherever you end up, we'll be lucky to have you. Congratulations.
Good evening, my name is Rosario Gonzalez. I am the English Language Development Teacher at Westside. Buenas noches, mi nombre es Rosario González, soy la maestra de desarrollo del idioma inglés en la escuela Westside.
Good evening, my name is Galen Guthrie and I'm a paraeducator and I work with Mrs. Gonzalez.
This year we are pleased to recognize Rodrigo Rosas. Rodrigo, please come forward to receive the English Language Development Award. Este año queremos reconocer a Rodrigo Rosas por el certificado a desarrollo del idioma inglés. I had the privilege of having Rodrigo in my class this past school year. He consistently demonstrated a strong work ethic, respect for others, and a positive attitude. I personally enjoyed his charismatic personality. It was wonderful to see his growth and progress in English class throughout the school year. Congratulations, Rodrigo, on this well-deserved recognition. Tuve el privilegio de tener a Rodrigo en mi clase el pasado año escolar. Siempre demostró una gran ética de trabajo, respeto por los demás y una actitud positiva. Disfruté mucho de su carisma. Fue maravilloso ver su crecimiento y progreso en la clase de inglés a lo largo del año escolar. Felicidades, Rodrigo, por este merecido reconocimiento.
Thank you. Congratulations.
My name is Cesar Rincon Mendoza. I hail from the math department. And tonight I will be giving an award to Isabela Rincon. Please come on down. We are often busy and don't truly appreciate the good things that surround us. And when they leave us, that's when we notice. And Isabela, it's only been a few days, but I can say here, honestly, that we miss you, I miss you. At your school, our school. Your smile, your positive vibes, your empathy, your energy, your hard work, you're always there, bright and early, pulling the weight of the student store, just in time for that morning coffee. I was fortunate enough to be part of your journey, to see you how much you've grown over these past couple years. And I am sure that people around your orbit will be just as fortunate to be around you. You are a fantastic person, and I have enjoyed the past couple years at Westside together. Here's your award, Isabela.
Good evening, my name is Jill Svilar, and this is Heidi Bard, and together we share a math classroom. And sometimes we are fortunate enough to also share students with Rosario Gonzalez. And one student we would like to honor tonight, along with Rosario, is Jocelyn Mendez.
We recognize this amazing student for the hard work you put in to complete into math this year. You impressed us with your preparedness, your determination, and courage to come into our math classroom. It took incredible patience and perseverance, especially with my limited Spanish. Thank you so much for coming into class every day with a smile and being so ready to learn.
Queremos reconocer a Jocelyn Méndez por su arduo trabajo que desempeñó en terminar con su crédito de matemáticas este año. Nos impresionó con su preparación, determinación, paciencia y valentía en venir a clase de matemáticas. Tuvo paciencia y superó dificultades del idioma y fue perseverante. Ella acudía cada día con una sonrisa y dispuesta a aprender.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Molly Ravitz, and I teach science at Westside. I would like to invite Mason Simon on stage so I can give him well-deserved recognition for excellence in science. Mason's approach to science is exemplary. To embark on scientific understanding, one must admit they know nothing and construct questions to gain that understanding. Mason is extremely comfortable not knowing. This fuels him. He understands that if you inhabit a beginner's mindset, your world opens up to conversation, discussion, argumentation, learning, and humility. He is a question master, knows what to ask, knows how to ask, knows when to ask. His humble nature, paired with insatiable curiosity and a knack for self-paced learning, enabled him to fulfill 3 years of science credit in less than 2 years of school. And as you saw, he's graduating 1 year early, too. And once the state requirements were complete, he opted to take on more science for elective credit. Mason has an incredible future ahead of him, and it may not involve becoming a professional scientist, but his embrace of scientific thinking will take him very far, I have no doubt. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Heidi Monroe. I teach core, foundations, and bridges, and I'd like to bring up TJ Ponce. I'm giving TJ the Foundations Award because one thing that really impressed me about TJ that, when he took Foundations is that as he was learning the skills about brain science and team brain and stress management and all that kind of stuff, he immediately started finding ways to put it to his own life. And that is wonderful. But then even after he took the class, he would consistently come back to me and tell me ways that, like, ooh, I have this relationship or this challenge that I'm going through or this whatever, how he's using the skills. And I know that as a teacher, I don't always get to see the fruits of my labor, but with TJ, I definitely have. So I appreciate that about you. So here's your award. So we gotta pose for the picture.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sheena Zachary, and I teach CTE, and I also have leadership. So today I'm handing out an award in excellence for CTE. And as we all know, each student here has their own relationship with school. And rarely is it a straight line or a perfect romance. It's more like an acquaintance you exchange pleasantries with, or in the case of this student, let's just say the relationship with their morning alarm clock was complicated. But thankfully, this award is not for who is most likely to exist at 8 a.m. However, when it came to my class, not only were they always there, but they also brought an authentic, raw curiosity and insightfulness that added depth, which reminded me exactly why I love teaching and why I like teaching this subject matter. What I saw in this student was a brilliant analytical mind, a willingness to truly engage with the material, and work that was done with deep thought and intent. This is a reminder that regardless of a student's relationship with the school, students can have a deep, meaningful relationship with the learning. And this student is proof of that. The world outside of this building and this school is full of boxes and tick marks and forms to fill out, but is mostly driven by people who actually know how to think. This student has a valuable mind, and watching them use it has been a privilege. I know if they choose to use that mind, they will do great things in this world. So please join me in recognizing Carson Koopman. Sorry, I like the anticipation and build-up. Next, I will hand out the Ali Guerrero Leadership Award. When I think of leaders, or when we all think of leaders, we often look at people who have titles, members of Leadership Club, but true leader comes in different forms. Sometimes the most powerful leaders are the ones who don't ask for the spotlight. They simply lead by quiet, fierce example of how they live their lives. The student receiving this award today has faced obstacles that would have caused most people to pause. Instead, they ran. Through sheer determination, focus, and an unwavering work ethic, they didn't just survive high school, they conquered it and are graduating a full year early. They have shown that all of us to leadership isn't about the hand you are dealt. It's not about the clubs you join. It is about your character. What makes this true leader isn't a club membership, it is their heart and resilience. This fall, they are taking those talents to Pacific Lutheran University to pursue a career in education. They aren't just moving forward on their own bright future, they are dedicating their life to building up the futures of the generations that will follow them. So please join me in celebrating a relentless scholar, a future educator, and a phenomenal leader, Mason Simon.
My name is Brian Hurling. I teach in the ALPS program, and I have 2 awards I'd like to give out today. As a side note, there are many of awards that I would like to give to my ALPS students, but I was limited to 2, and so I had to reluctantly choose 2 people. Samantha Morrison, please come up. One of the great joys you have in teaching is finding a student who really is curious about understanding not just the topic that you give them, but also why, and the meaning behind the topics and the depth there, and really pursuing that wisdom and understanding that is present in many of the topics that we teach. Samantha, her notes were incredible. Her research was thorough. She would go and not just read current research, but also go down and follow and find other topics that have been written about the same topic with the researchers that have been there. So she would follow those lines of research and really try to understand it. That is an uncommon trait in students at this age, and it is a remarkable thing, and I had a distinct pleasure with teaching her. So this goes to her for Outstanding ALPS Science Student. Yes. Cool. Yeah, he's right. Oscar Garibay, if you could come up here, please. Oscar is graduating a year early because he is one of those students who consistently chewed through all the credit I gave him. He would get the work done, bring it home, and take it home, get a bunch of stuff done, come back with more, and he was consistently done. He was done with the majority of his academic studies as a junior, sometime in the middle 3rd quarter. He worked so immensely hard. Everything that I put in front of him, he did it to the best of his ability, and it was well done. And it's if you could bottle your hard work, you would be a multi-millionaire. It is incredible. It is a great thing to watch, and he's a great dad too. I am distinctly honored to have been his teacher.
Okay, I'm not this tall at all. Okay. So in education, we're totally in love with our acronyms, and Brian ahead of me said that he taught in the ALPS program. You're probably wondering what mountaineering has to do with academics, but it's actually the alternative learning program, and that means it's sort of one-room schoolhouse for high school, sometimes school too. My partner, teacher, and I tend to share students sometimes. But we get to know our students really well, especially after 3 o'clock when everybody goes home and it's just us there. And we're doing a lot of hours with them, and they do a ton of work. And choosing students to give awards to is extremely difficult. So I have chosen 2. One says math, one says English, but more for me, it's that person with a story, that person with a sparkle, that person that just touches your heart. and you remember them at the end of the year, and usually it's kind of obvious. Maya Timmons-Ricard, would you please come up? Maya walked into my room in the middle of September and said, I'm going to graduate as a junior. That was her entire goal. And I tried to kind of say, good, we'll work towards that and it'll be okay. And she's like, nope, I'm going to graduate early. I'm going to graduate early as a junior. And it was sort of like, okay, well, we'll go there. And she worked incredibly hard. We require students to work 8 hours a week. She was in 13, 15, 20 hours a week. She can be a little chatty, I think she will admit that, but she figured out she needed to come in and work either before her friends arrived or stay after they had left. So this isn't a math award because she did so well in Bridge to College English, but she did really well in everything. Okay, hers was the math award, and I have an English award for Julia Wilson. You have heard part of Julia's story that she shared with you today, and I've been there for the last couple of years, just being a little teeny tiny part of it. But one thing I can say is that she's an amazing writer. Not only does she's also good at math because she went home and learned from her mom's college textbooks and came into school with geometry and Bridge to College math totally done. But it's still her writing that I fall on as something that's truly, truly special. And I really hope that you continue that in the future.
Hello, I'm Mike Hartley. I also teach in the ALPS program, and I'm also giving away 2 awards. The first one is to Finn Bacher. It actually says on here that it's outstanding ALPS math student, but I don't remember him doing any math. He came to us a little bit later in this year, and he'd already had his math done. This is more for his social studies knowledge. I've been extremely impressed with Finn's general knowledge. I want you on my, trivia team. Yeah. Okay. He always, I loved having discussions with him on a range of topics. He often chimed in on other students' topics, and we all learned a little bit more because of it. And I appreciate that. Congrats, and thanks for all your insights. It does. My second award goes to Marco Rosas. Marco is one of the 11 juniors who graduated early. He is very consistent, high-quality work. He graduated as a junior, as I mentioned, but he also completed all his requirements in March. I haven't seen him in months. I hope you're doing okay. Seem to be all right. He set an aggressive goal and pushed himself every single day to get it done, and I'm very impressed with your work. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Graham Stansberry, and I'm the Student Success Coach here at Westside. And I would love for Julia Wilson to come back up on the stage. So, I had this whole speech already prepared, talking about Julia and her perseverance and but she gave her own speech, so I don't have to really say much more. But the reality is, in high school, I love high school because it's really when we get out of the passenger seat and we get into the driver's seat, right, in life. And we kind of transition from being told what to do to figuring out who should we become, right? And Julia's had a journey, a true journey. And so when she came to us, what I noticed was you were living for someone else. You were living someone else's life. but you had this assuredness about you. But over time, over the struggles that you went through, that assuredness gave way to humility. And that humility is what true perseverance is, because all the things that you experienced and you did, they didn't hold you down. Like you said in your own speech, you used them to grow. You used them to learn. And that, to me, is the true definitions of perseverance. And so, Julia Wilson, we give you the Perseverance Award.
Would the following students please come join me on stage? Trevor Klein, Crosby Peters, Cesar Macias, Noah Ribka. The Principals Awards are reserved for students representing each of our programs that bring something unique to the forefront of their particular journey and their educational story. Their own courage, compassion, and commitment have played a huge part in where they are today, and I know that there are more good things to come. Congratulations to all 4 of you.
Hello and congratulations to the class of 2026. I love having the privilege of giving some very traditional and special awards at graduation every year. First of all, I would like to invite Mike Malman up to the stage. Mike is the director of Serve Wenatchee and accepting our Friends of Wenatchee Award this year, behalf on Coats for Kids. Coats for Kids has been keeping the entire Wenatchee Valley warm in the winter for many years by collecting and dispersing coats in the fall. It is always so much fun when those great big black bags show up and we start unpacking them in the LC. Some of our kids take them, a lot of our kids take them, and some take them for younger siblings when we have those smaller ones show up. It means so much for those students to have warm winter coats. How many got a coat over the years? Mike, we have this plaque for you tonight, and the Coats for Kids logo is on our photo signature board and also on a perpetual plaque that hangs in our halls. So thank you for all of your generous support for so many years. Thank you. Another great honor is to introduce our Distinguished Alumni Award. Kristen Rittenhouse, will you come up and join me? I'm going to read Kristen's own writings as she really has a story to tell. When I grew up, the cards were not in my favor. I lived in a household struggling with addiction and not many rules. I had my son at age 15 and dropped out of school. I had no idea where life would take me or what a future would have. All I knew was that I wanted to beat the odds. I wanted to graduate from high school and make a life for myself. I know getting into Westside was the best decision that I ever made. They welcomed me with open arms, taking care of me and my son. At 17, I had my daughter. Westside was so caring and stood by my side. In 2012, my kids sat with my family and watched me receive my diploma. What next? I'd always wanted to own a bakery, and so I had accepted a position at the bakery at Walmart. I was a closer for a year and then promoted to cake decorator for 2 years. After that, I was promoted to the bakery manager. This position taught me how to manage a business. I was training, scheduling, merchandising, making sales, as well as making delicious items. Next, I was promoted to the bakery and deli manager, and I did that for the next 5 years. During this time, I had another son and married in 2022. At the beginning of the year, I was offered a position of that year, a position of assistant manager of all of the foods and consumables. It's a big job. Running 15 departments and supervising around 55 people, I was able to take on this challenge, learn from it, become confident in this position. At the beginning of this year, I took another challenge. I'm still an assistant manager, but now I'm learning the other side of the store. I had no idea what life would end up being for me, but I have worked hard, beat the odds, and come out on top in my eyes. I have a husband who loves and supports me, and we've made a beautiful family together filled with adventures. A fun fact is that Kristen's son Tyson is graduating tonight also. He attended our Westside daycare when he was little. Kristen, you're an amazing example, especially for our young parents. Keep doing what you're doing. Westside is so very proud of you. Oh, and now let's give away some money and give out some scholarships. To present the Eye of the Eagle Award, welcome Ms. Heidi Monroe.
All right, it's kind of cool to be the first one to give money away. This first award is for $1,000. Could I have Brooklyn Bowden up here, please? So the Eye of the Eagle Award is in honor of Steve Nickham, who taught science at Westside for 18 years. The eagle's eye has the ability to filter out light and other distractions when they're hunting and focus on their target. Like an eagle, Brooklyn has demonstrated those same skills to be able to stay focused on her goals and her values. She is creative, making beautiful earrings. I'm wearing some tonight. So is she. She is kind and always smiling, accepting and supportive of other students. And she is curious, coming into school after dissecting a pig's heart with tons of excitement and ready to share all the gory details of it. Just curious and ready to learn more. She's finishing high school with her CNA and with a goal to be a nurse. And I have no doubt that you will meet that goal. So, congratulations. Just a second. So here's this, and then when you're ready to call the office.
Would the following students please join me on stage? Estrella Solano, Melanie Velasquez, Finn Bacher, Elizabeth Crow, Yatsiri Sandoval, Pablo Pantaleon, Emma Bell, Cristobal Naranjo, and Juan Gerard. Come on up. The Westside Memorial Scholarship Fund honors Westside's staff members who are no longer with us. Each of them brought something special to our school, just as each of you brings something. You bring your heart, your dedication, your tenacity, and your smiles. In loving memory of Stephen Nickham, Sarah Moody, and Carrie DeMarco, we are proud to present each of you with a $500 scholarship to further your education. All right, come on up. Fatima Mora, Isabel Rincon. This year's 3 C's scholarships are honoring 2 students for their courage, compassion, and commitment that they show every day at school. Each scholarship is for $500 to further their education. Congratulations to Fatima Mora and Isabella Rincon. Miss Rainey Miller, come on up. This scholarship was started last year by our 2025 distinguished alumni, Nathan Matthews. This is a special scholarship. Rainey was one of our Running Start students this year, and she is now looking at another $1,000 to further her education. We're very, very fortunate to have such a generous community in the Wenatchee Valley. From service clubs to private donors, year after year, they work tirelessly to raise money for our students. Please welcome Melanie Miller and Janice Lahl from the Wenatchee Central Lions Club to present the Bob Bradford Memorial Scholarship.
Good evening. Big night for all of you. It's finally here, all your hard work and dedication, and it's only right that all of you are surrounded by your family and your friends that love you so much. We, Janice Lau and myself, Melanie Salter, or Melanie Miller, are here with Wenatchee Central Lions, and we will be presenting the Bob Bradford Scholarship Award in the amount of $1,500 to 2 very deserving graduates. But first, a word about Bob Bradford, who was the leader in our club, past president, past district governor, and a member for 50 years. Bob Bradford founded the Wenatchee Alternative High School in 1985 and became its first principal, which then created part of the district's broader history of adapting to students' needs. His leadership coincided with the district's efforts to expand educational opportunities, including alternative programs for education. Today, his contributions are remembered alongside other district leaders who oversaw the early years of Westside High School, a school that later became a model for student-centered learning. Bob Bradford passed away, leaving a legacy of service, mentorship, and community engagement in the Wenatchee School District. He was a kind, loving man who saw a need and said, "Let's do it." So because of his vision, you are here tonight to move forward with your dreams and your successes. Congratulations, class of 2026. So with that, would Oscar Garibay and Madison Swank please come up? Oscar applied for this scholarship because he is dedicated to become an electrician. His motivation is for his son. Oscar has worked hard. I saw you getting those awards earlier. And he has worked hard to get where he's at. He is especially proud of being a hard-working dad. He plans to attend Wenatchee Valley College this fall. Congratulations. Madison Swank is compassionate, resilient, and has a genuine desire to help others. She will be attending Central Washington University in the fall to study clinical psychology with a goal of supporting people through challenging times. Her teachers and friends describe Madison as thoughtful, hardworking, and someone who makes people feel seen and valued. Congratulations. Yeah, let's go this way. Let's go.
With a very special scholarship from Sunrise Rotary, please welcome David Barshes.
Every year, Sunrise Rotary reaches out to students who are furthest behind in their credits, and we mentor them for up to 2 years to help them graduate on time. And if they do, they can earn a scholarship for $10,000. And the student who earned the scholarship this year is Jasper Fox. Jasper can't be here because she moved out of the area, but we'll make sure to notify her. Congratulations, Jasper.
Yes, we believe that Jasper is watching live on NCWLIFE, so congratulations to you, Jasper. Congratulations to all of our award and scholarship winners. Before we hand out diplomas, I asked Mr. Simrell to put some fun facts together about the graduating class of 2026. So, Mr. Simrell, what you got?
Okay. It's a little more than just some fun facts, but I promise this is going to be really short. Before we award diplomas, I wanted to spend a little bit focusing on collective achievement. Just 2 weeks ago, at our May 30th deadline for seniors, I spoke to quite a few of you, seniors, all separately, about how finishing up your last remaining credit, doing your graduation paperwork, felt surreal and a little anticlimactic. You get this feeling of, like, am I really done? Is this it? And some of you on that day chose to do a little grad walk through the hallways, which is a fun Westside tradition where you can just slip on a loner gown and a hat and walk through the halls giving out high fives, while the rest of the students, still plugging away at their credits, give you a round of applause for finishing. But many of you chose not to take that little grad walk, and I get that. It's a little too much all eyes on me for some of us. And so when you finished everything up, you just walked right on through the front door of the school, and that was it. A bit anticlimactic. And well, you are actually done with high school now. You're about to be a graduate. And I'd like us to lean into the weight of that moment for a second. We're going to make you take that grad walk tonight, right across this stage. It's one of those big rites of passage for good reason. Our brains, I think, need that big moment. It marks finality, closure, transition, an end, and then a new beginning. And that's why society does big formalized events like this. They're meaningful, and it's important you get a formal moment together with your peers to mark this accomplishment, not just for the sake of your proud families here in the audience, but for your own sake as well. Seniors, there's 102 of you graduating tonight. 21 of you graduated early. 11 of you are graduating as seniors. 11 of you have been with us for 4 years and effectively grew up at Westside. And every single one of you is part of our Westside family. Despite occasional self-doubt and faint wonderings whether or not you could do it when times were difficult, you kept pushing forward. Collectively, you've earned through your own hard work a total of 2,424 high school credits. Many of you worked jobs at night, cared for your younger siblings or your own children, supported your families in times of need, and still found a way to finish. And there were bumps, mysteriously missing packets, days when you probably felt like you just couldn't do school. But you did a little something anyway. Hundreds of little moments where you accomplished one little thing and felt the building momentum of progress and saw that motivation grew. There were countless Red Bulls, drawers full of snacks from Ms. Cervantes. The ALPS program alone slurped through 20 cases of cups of noodles from Mr. Rosales. And stayed hydrated with 50 cases of water. There's a question teachers get asked sometimes when students feel bogged down and frustrated, which is, am I really going to have to know all this for real life? And while much of it, yes, actually. Other bits here and there maybe less so, but quite honestly, there's one big lesson we want you to remember more than anything. And that's the one you're learning tonight. That you can meet your goals. That you can accomplish big and difficult things. The pomp and circumstance can feel a bit silly. We have these flowy robes, these funny hats, but I promise you in a few minutes, when you hear your name called, and you hear your friends and family cheer for you, and you walk across this stage, it will not feel anticlimactic. And please, take the opportunity to acknowledge the moment and reflect on the particular path that you had to walk to get here. Congratulate yourself. Honor your hard work. What's next? That's for you to decide. But I'd advise you to translate this momentum into your next steps. Whatever it is, show up, be your best self, and show the world what you're capable of. The future really does depend on resilient young people like you. And remember, all of this tonight and every graduation on earth is proof that success is not about walking a perfect path. It's about continuing forward no matter what. Your big moment is now, and it's just the first of many you'll get to enjoy. I'd like to invite the school board up onto the stage to hand out diplomas to this graduating class of 2026. Please give these wonderful young people a round of applause for all their hard work.
And while we are getting ready for that moment, I'd like to have Melanie Anguiano come up real quick. I'd also like to have Dulce Adame and Maria Garcia come on up. For Melanie Anguiano, we have also a $500 memorial scholarship. And for Dulce and for Maria, they are the recipients of the Hope for Kids Scholarship, which are $1,500 each. Congratulations. Are you all ready yet? All right, let's do this. Mr. Todd, let's get some music going and let's walk the stage.
Marcus Bowen. Tyson Lohman.
Cristobal Naranjo.
Jaden Baldwin.
Eduardo Orjona.
Robbie Kabatek. Megan Baker. David Acapodiente.
Valeria Garibay.
Stephanie Betancourt. Noah Ribka. Alyssa Evans.
Kateri Garcia.
Emma Faye Bell. Lainey Joe Ditchner. Elizabeth Bro.
Yoselin Mendez Tapia. Jesse Ochoa. Oscar Garibay Garcia.
Bennett Starr. Aiden Goforth. Shay Thomas.
Jordan Barbosa. Andres Valdovinos. Hugo Anguiano Garcia. Milagros Mora Lozano.
Faith Evans. Or Faith Hayes. Rosalind West. Miley Pasick.
What the future holds after a hurricane comes a rainbow, maybe a reason why.
Casey Myers.
So you could open one that leads you to the perfect road, like a lightning bolt.
Carson Koopman.
It's time to know you just gotta ignite the light and live.
Sophia Johnson.
Just own the night like the Father.
Madison Swain.
Juliana Reyes Mejia. Betsaida Itzela Villafana Cruz.
Jasmine Bowling.
Isabel Lemos Cruz. Adrian Garcia. Rigoberto Tovar Villacana. Claudia Avendano.
Mason Simon.
This is also the reveal of Eddie the Eagle has been Mason Simon.
Wyborn Serbian.
Savannah Browning. Taylor Embry.
Cici Esmeralda Maldonado Garibay. Estivela Rincón. Melanie Anguiano Saldana. Daniela Tomayo Hernández. Fátima Mora. Isabel García. Irene Pantaleón. Marilio Adame Gómez. Pablo Pantaleón. Adrian Rentería Cortés.
Vivian Peronin. Rainey Miller.
Yatsiri Sandoval Espinosa.
Annabelle Arce.
This for everybody going through tough times. Believe me, been there, done that. But every day above ground is a great day. Remember that.
Cesar Macías Murillo. David Sendejas Garibay. David Garnica Negrete. Jonathan León. José Tamayo. Dulce Aidama Ibarra. Amelia Ramos Vargas.
Inside my bones, it goes electric wavy when I turn it on.
Fátima Carolina Solís.
Off to my home, we're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that.
Victoria Estrada Silva.
Yukai Ta.
Juan Gerard. Rodrigo Rosas Rodríguez. Marco Rosas Rodríguez.
Crosby Peters. Samantha Morrison.
Estrella Solano Mendoza. Maya Timmons Rickard. Quetzali Magaña.
Nikki Reevy. Julia Wilson. Gwen Costello. Brooklyn Bowden.
Juliana Arroyo.
Hannah Robin Wright.
Guadalupe Elias Méndez. Abraham Cedaño Lara. Julio Mendoza Linares. Noel Garibay Sendejas.
TJ Ponce. Trevor Klein. Owen Ross.
Tabitha Martinez.
One of our favorite traditions for graduation is our high five line. So you'll see the Westside staff back there. Wave, staff. Give it up for the Westside staff. One last chance to give some love for our class of 2026. Thank you to our incredible school board members for being here, as well as Superintendent and former Westside High School Principal, Dr. Corey Callahar, and members of the school district cabinet. Now, you have all waited long enough. Class of 2026, please stand up. According to the laws of the state of Washington, in front of all these witnesses, I attest to Superintendent Callahar and the Wenatchee School Board that these students have met the requirements of Westside High School, the Wenatchee School District, and the state of Washington. Please move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2026!